Care don't care. Post says most Jamaicans think entertainment events should not resume until the pandemic ends. Care don't care. Did you take part in this poll that apparently had 1,000 people in it?
2003.
Oh, Zine.
I've always wondered about polls. Like,
Don Anderson poll.
why them not try and get more people?
I've
Because
is it fair to say that this is an accurate reflection of society?
I don't know. I've always had my
1,003
hesitation
people,
about
yeah.
it, but it generally isn't wrong. Like
You
generally,
think they're generally...
polls are.
But they do have the propensity to be wrong.
Yeah, of course, marginal error, and But yeah,
I think it's 72% in favor of
banning. Well, not banning.
not
keeping,
having
keeping
entertainment
centers,
events.
sector closed.
I'll get a percentage there. What do you think though? What are your thoughts?
Wow. I guess we talked about it earlier. I don't know how I feel. Like, I really don't know how I feel. But I get most people are just like, they want to get over it. And I feel like they want to get out of the pandemic. And I think most people equate to people being lax in the rules, which we've seen last year. We've seen this year. When entertainment sector kind of free up a little, we always tend to go in a wave, and people recognize that, and they don't want it. They want to be out of it free and clear.
71%.
Until we are over the pandemic. And I kind of, I'm there with them. Like, I get it, because I don't want us to go back. And I feel like we're almost 2 years into this pandemic, and it almost feels like a regression. Like, no matter how much I try to take steps to go forward, some always throw way back, and it's demotivating, it's demoralizing, it's annoying, it's frustrating. So I get people who are just like, listen, let's just try and make it over this. essential things only, and then we get over it.
You think people's viewpoint in this poll was shaped by the media narrative that entertainment is the cause of these spikes in COVID cases?
All right, so this is a loaded question that you're asking, because you're saying that the media is trying to portray an image.
I'm not necessarily saying that, but there are the people out there that have this school of thought that the media
is hyping up or like exaggerating.
Not necessarily hyping up or exaggerating, but they put certain things in their messages to paint entertainment in a not so favorable light in regards to the COVID numbers.
All right, let me tell you why I personally found this surprising. I don't think I said that.
I kind of did as well.
I found it surprising because remember that we're a nation of partiers. So I need to find out who. I really trying to find out who were the people who polled.
And that's the reason behind my loaded question too.
Yeah, because we are a partier nation. Like, we party. People, we all see secret parties, whether with the Floyd Greens and the Linstead people and the Mocha Fest and the Tivolis. Like, we see people a party despite the pandemic. We see it. So it's a question if it's middle class people who kind of want party, but realize that, well, Jesus, like, if people are gathered in one place for too long, that is the higher percentage of the virus spreading. Or it's people or it's people just probably hate the entertainment sector. But I really don't think that's the case. I don't think that so. People in Jamaica, whether they're middle class, poor class, or upper class, like, people by nature love to gather. They love to interact with people, whether them hate people or not. Like, they like to be around people, and especially if a common cause of reveling and a jump up and a dance and have fun. Of course. And again, our nation is built on everything being nice and a party every week, every day of the week. So,
I have another loaded question for you, Miss Government Agent. Do you think this is a part of propaganda to further paint entertainment sector in a negative light, this poll. Some people will say that as well.
I don't think it is. I don't think, you see, everybody loves to frame themselves as a victim, even non-sentient things. But, you know, like, meaning like the entertainment sector, people in the entertainment, the industry itself, because it's not just one man.
But it involves sentient beings.
But the sector itself is not a person.
I thought you were talking about like chairs and shit.
Like what?
Inanimate objects.
No, I'm talking about the sector. I'm talking about the sector.
Okay.
The sector isn't a being, but of course it's made up of beings. But yeah. No, but you know, frame themselves as a victim. And it's easy to do that. Like it's easy, like dancehall. Oh, we're the cause of everything bad.
Built upon fight against culture, and bad mind culture.
So of course I mean I don't know where you get that question from. I don't know who planted that seed in your head to ask.
Well, based on comments when on this post, wherever I see this poll posted, based on comments from entertainers and people who have stake within the entertainment
And the thing is, I've always like from this COVID thing come about, I always wonder like which government is pleased to close its country. Like which leader is happy, like is like reveling. It was like, oh, let's keep the people inside. Like if them do something illegal, them need people. Like if them wash money, them need the businesses to open so that they can wash the money. So I never understand why people think that is some major plot and some isms and schisms working to like, you know, to fight against one particular group of people, to fight against one party. It just never comprehend. It never computed.
Hear me out.
But
it could be said, or people could see or say, oh, this is a further extension of the government's crime plan. Hear me out.
What crime increase? Well,
exactly. But we've seen that they've done similar things in the past to try and curb crime.
With Zozo?
I know curb nothing in certain areas.
Because they move.
So people probably say, yo, this is probably part of them plans. Say, yo, get less and less people move so that less and less crime can happen.
But that's a stupid plan.
They've had several stupid plans. I don't know if you don't see that, Ari.
It's like Iron Man. I tell Loki, stupid plan.
not to say a stupid plan, but they've had several plans that just don't work.
It's not gonna work.
Even with COVID, even with dealing with the pandemic.
I say it's not a right idea. It's not a right.
Not a great plan.
Not a great plan.
You see me? They've had several plans that don't work out. But in their mind, in concocting the plans, them feel like it's a good idea.
I mean, I initially thought that too. Like it was like, oh, it's a good strategy, like to shut down after certain hours, like to reduce the chances of people, you know, going out committing of their way to do it and blah.
Yeah.
But as we say that people, whether abroad daylight, them a kill people. You know, it don't really matter. Like no matter the time, them a do it before curfew. They're right in the nick of time of curfew, so it don't really matter. I don't think this is their crime plan. But shutting down the country don't work well. So even if them try fight crime, it's not effective, one, and two, it's crippling several other industries, and it's not a great plan.
Well, them say government don't like poor people, so them say, oh, this is a plan to further weed out poor people.
But they realize that poor people. But I think I don't know why we have such little faith in these people, but because I'm sure them realize that, well, every person working as much as they can to keep money circulating in the economy. To keep money circulating in the economy is what keeps the country going.
Yeah, but poor man not spend like the tourists them.
But they spend.
But them not spend like the tourists them.
But they spend.
But the tourists will get.
The only reason why
preferential treatment.
Look at the preference is because the hotels pay tax. At least some of them pay tax, and it's the taxes that keep the country going. But is the money, is people move, is spending within the shops and wherever, is how the money spent or the money circulating the economy is what keeps the country going. So it don't bode well for them to shut down any sector really.
And we all know, say, Andrew don't like the church, so. Like a victim mentality to like me see with them to like, oh, he has a writ against the church.
Oh my God, man fight
Why the boy I
everybody.
don't like church? This big nose boy. This is what the people are saying, it's not my words. You know the new word theme, the new terminal theme out there? Lord knows.
Oh my God. You see how politics fuck up, dog? Like last year, the man was literally bro God.
Bro God.
And now he's Lord knows.
Lord knows.
Fuck people, dog. Fuck people. That's like, I don't know why people want to be politicians. You know? I don't know why. It just don't make sense to me. It makes no sense to me.
I think I poll what they say most Jamaicans say PNP performance worse than the mark. Golden as well.
How? Like him just come in. How?
Yes.
Him not even get a chance but do nothing.
Let me not
How?
tatters.
Oh,
I think
God,
that's a matter a circumstance, a happenstance, if you will. Say him just take over at the worst time.
It could have been a stone in there and a stone as a leader and
would that make no difference, right?
No difference.